Welcome to Blueprints. I am Rogue Dubs. If it's your first time here, this is a deck builder roguelike where you construct a mansion. You were left a mansion by your granduncle, and the goal of the game is to fill all of the rooms and reach the 46th room in the manor. We're up to day 7, 1 week in. Have seen some new rooms, learning more about the game. Definitely need to kind of readjust our strategy as it relates to all of the new rooms, like the boiler room with all the different water puzzles. I wasn't really sure what I was doing with that. It's definitely a game with a lot of complexity. I think I'll take hallway, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we know this. I'd like to do a garage, if possible. We can use a gym. Let's do the drawing room. Okay. No objects in here. Free objects. So we can redraw when we're in the drawing room if we don't like the options we're given. I think I like a pantry because that puts us down here into these few that we had locked off. The billiard room is a dead end, unfortunately. I love the puzzles, but I want to try to, until we know we can't do it, I'm going to try to keep the win open. So in other words, I'm trying to access the bottom left room there on the map. Make sure I have access to that. So we've got, there was a hint we got last time of these pictures on the wall, and there's one letter missing. I'm not really sure what it means by that. It's kind of a riddle, but we're going to keep going. So it's either a crow or a raven, and then I'm going to say rowboat or just boat. I'm not really sure which, but I'm going to write them down just so we have it somewhere available. I need to get my notes organized. I did a little bit of that before this playthrough, but this episode, but definitely worth doing. We can do anything here. I'm gonna take a storeroom. Get us a key. Get us a gem. Another coin, obviously, great. Yes, we have one key. We need to increase our rank. So the rank that you are is how far up you go into the mansion. So the idea being, all right, so we can actually see our previous days here if we use the bumpers. That's really interesting. So we're at rank 3 right now because we're on the 3rd row up. So the further up you get, I believe, the better rooms that you're offered. So let's try that. I'm gonna take drawing room here. We're gonna look for something that hooks up. A den is a nice option. I think I'm going to take that because it is also a gym for us. One of my favorite rooms, the den. Swans. Very nice. There's a trunk here. We're not going to open the trunk yet because I don't want to use our keys on trunks because it seems like it's kind of counterintuitive. Because a locked door kills us as opposed to just kind of a nice thing to get in a trunk. I'm going to do billiard room. This is a math puzzle using the dartboard. Just going to make sure I don't miss any items in here. Okay. So we're going to do the math puzzle. The way it works is the first section, the blue section, is plus. And then the outer section that you see there, the purple, that is a divide. So it's 12 divided by 4, which is 3. 20 plus 13 is 33. Divided by 11 is 3. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 3 is 8. Minus 7 is 1. Times 18 is 18. Divided by 3 is 6. So you kind of go in the order of operations of those layers of the dartboard. Super cool. Intuitive puzzle once you know how it works. We got a key card, which is a very nice item to get. I believe that's almost a key item, it seems. Like you need that. Our east wing is pretty locked off. It seems to me that that's kind of the way it goes. It's hard to go in both directions on the east and west wing at the same time. That's kind of one of the challenges. So we need to take a spare room, really. There's a way we could go all the way back around up through the top rank there, but we're going to take spare room, which is spare rooms are pretty rough. I haven't seen many items in the spare rooms. This is kind of a way to get through. I'm going to go ahead and use this key on this door until I really know better strategies. I'm just going to take that. The Nook allows us to increase our rank without having to lose a coin to the chapel. And it also, I mean, it's the same thing. So let's just take the Nook. Take a look at some pictures here. So we already wrote down the Q for the queen. This is we're going to say car. So C, car. Anything else we could think of? I mean, it could be Model T. I kind of think that would be a little unfair to non-American players, but I'll write it down anyway. Lots of chess pieces as well. I've seen this is a rook. I've seen a pawn elsewhere. Very nice. I wish I had decor like any of this in my own home. Spoiler alert, I do not. It's a great reading chair. I'm sure whoever this is read all of these books. All right, let's use our key. We want to keep increasing our rank. The garage, though, I'm gonna take the garage because it's a tough choice. I'm gonna do the garage. We haven't seen the garage yet, and I have a feeling that it's important. So this is the car. There are car keys you can find on the map. There's apparently 3 keys in here. I'm looking for those. Christoph, this is the 3rd time this month you and the car have been gone when your services were required. I don't care how long you have been driving for his lordship. Your absences must be accounted for. Okay. We got a guy named Christoph who's been heading out. So this is a tub or bathtub. Tub, bathtub. And I'm going to say vial is the other picture there. Just keeping track of the pictures. You can figure out what's missing from each of the little things there. Still don't see the keys. Let's press the button. Okay, the power's probably off. That is pretty rough. So I'm going to just... Oh, here they are. I was about to start. I was crying for nothing. All right. Got a ways to go here. We're going to use our stroll button. Next, there's a way to pull up the map while you were walking. There might be a way to do that, but I haven't found it yet. Security. Interesting. Let's take security. Do we have to log in the password again? No, we're good. Keycard system. So I'll say high because we have the key card. Security doors be set. I'll do unlocked. Okay. Turn to security menu. A broken lever is still. There's a broken lever apparently. I don't know what that means. I think it might mean those levers we found last time. Bridge and bride. Bridge and bride. So G is the letter that's missing from bride. So that would be G. Maybe that's how it works. I don't know. I just don't know yet. Okay. Let's continue over this way. Laboratories. The laboratories are rough, man. We don't have gems anyway. Okay, we have to do utility then. So let's we can turn on the power in the garage. That'll allow us to open the door. So the key card we're going to keep that on, I guess. So I wrote down how this works. So you have all the greens. Okay. Okay. All right. So I think I figured out kind of how this works. So you have to have a red, and then when you press a blue that's next to a red, it turns the red to purple. So we would want if we do that though, it turns it back to okay. So the issue is I can't figure out how to get the purple to jump. Like how I can jump the purple. Okay, so a red will make both of the purples. Okay, I figured it out. Press any of 5 to activate blue. Okay. So we now have all purple. Nothing happened. Like nothing obvious happened. But that's what the note told me to do. Bath and bat. Bath and bat. So H is the letter missing. So far I have H and G for sure that I feel confident about as the letters that are missing from one letter but are present in the other. So we've definitely made some progress today as far as that goes. That breaker box puzzle, I'm not sure what it does having all of them be purple, but we also were able to do that. We turned on the power in the garage. Shoot, I just remembered that. I'm gonna go back. It's worth it. We get a two-step refund from being in the bedroom, so that's good. This is kind of why it's good to have kind of redundant doorways, like linking rooms you already have, even if you don't need them per se, so you save steps trying to serpentine around like this. So we're gonna be able to open the garage door. That is really cool. Like bath and Vile doesn't seem right. Wow, dude. That is so cool. Look at the draw distance. Like, that's just, like, it's so, it's not necessary for it to be like this, but it just is. That's so cool. Having some frame issues on my computer, but when I watch it back, I don't see it in the recording, so it should be fine for you guys. Little bridge here, okay. Music reminds me of Death Stranding. I don't think we're actually losing steps here. So we got a little shelter here, looks like. Oh, nice. Okay. So Toolshed has 2 special items. Hovel special floor plans now cost additional steps instead of gems. Root cellar rooms in your house are more likely to contain dig spots today. So I would say we go hovel and we try to do stuff that increases our steps if possible. Okay. Notice termination. Dear Mr. Ravain, writing that down. Your half-hearted dedication and maintenance of the grounds have been greatly appreciated. However, I regret to inform you that your services as the groundskeeper at Mount Holly will no longer be required, effective immediately. This decision has been made after careful consideration and is based upon repeated observations of documented instances of neglect in the performance of your duties. The state of the green rooms in particular has deteriorated significantly over the last few months, which reflects poorly on the rest of the staff. You're required to vacate the hovel by the 20th of March. 320. Ensuring all tools and equipment belonging to the estate are returned to the tool shed in good condition. Your final wages will be settled promptly upon completion of these instructions. We thank you for your time and service and wish you the best in future endeavors. Anne Babbage. We now know Mrs. Babbage's first name. It is Anne Babbage. So Ravain seems important. He's come up a couple times in my notes here. Got some bear traps. Interesting. Nothing else in here. There is a dig spot. We don't have a shovel, though. But good to know that that is out here. I believe that that's all we can really find out here. At least for now. I don't see any other obvious things. This does open. Cool. Never mind. The west gate has been permanently unlocked. Permanent changes do not reset each day. So that's great. Oh, we can walk out of the house and go that way. That's interesting. I never even tried that. I guess I'm gonna run over here too. Yeah, we're not even really okay. We're not. I don't. We are using steps, but I think this is worth it. There's the mountain peak we saw in that one picture. And someone had commented P and peak. So P and peak. So K would be missing. So HGK. Those are the 3 letters we have now. Got a nice little shelter here. Tent, that is. The campsite, due to the rules set forth in your great uncle's will, you're not allowed to stay in the estate overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site sleeping quarters. You may call it a day at any time. From the blueprint menu, right trigger to return to the campsite for the night. So I don't think that it lets us rest and like keep the room progress that we had. Is this open? There's a code. This has got to be related to Ravain, if I had to guess. I'm try 5258. Okay. Let's try 0320. That's when he got fired. Kind of doubt that would be what he would pick, but. $11/9 was the date that we got here. I thought it was opening. Okay, we'll leave that for now. It's just really cool that it actually opens up, you know, away from the mansion. There's this whole area out here. Again, the kind of thing that wasn't necessarily necessary, but really cool. Can't get through that door. It's not a door we can craft anything for. So we will stroll back to the house and continue our adventure. These gates don't open. Yeah, those are just like the main drive gates, if you will. So we're going to come back into the entrance hall, and we're going to start going to the right this time. But yeah, that's really cool. And the music playing is awesome too. Keys for sale or a parlor. Locksmith kills us. We're dead. We're dead to all of them. I'm gonna take the locksmith just so I know how much the keys cost. One key is 5, 8 for a special key, 10 for a lockpick. Okay, so now we know that. Nothing would save us. So we're going to call it a day, which we can do from the start menu. Do at least one more day. That was a longer day than normal, but I don't think the rank was very good. West-facing cottage. Show me a 16-room cottage. 3 new rooms. Very cool. I'll take a 16-room cottage any day. Day ocho. Like, you want to try to fill all the rooms in, but it seems like there's a certain amount of progress that you need to make before you can do that. I'll take the pantry to start with. I think having gold is nice. That note just tells us about the. Oh wait, hold on. So I'm gonna take the room, and then I'm gonna look at that picture because I think I see what it is. So safety, pin and pine. So pin and pine. So E is the letter missing. So EHKG. Nothing coming to mind, obviously, from that scramble. Every box is black, obviously false. Every box contains gems, also false. The statement on one of the other 2 boxes would be true if you replace the word every with the word this. This box is black is still false. This box contains gems is true. So this statement is true, which means this box contains gems. I believe our tautology is correct on that. Indeed it is. Okay. A nook. I want to have keys. Like, having a commissary is nice, but we want to have keys. Okay, this is locked. We're not going to open that yet. That's what I've said, so I'm not going to do it. 2 items or a storeroom. I'm going to take the closet. It could be something good. All right, got a key anyway, and we got the dice. You may use dice to roll new floor plans. Okay. I don't know if they can. I think they do consume because they're in the top right. So that means we get 1 dice roll. So we have dead-ended this corner. So we need to kind of keep that in mind. We're only at rank 2. We need to keep expanding. north. So, chapel. Let's do chapel because we need to increase our rank. We got a coin refund, even though we lost 1 coin from being in the chapel. Oh, there's numbers here. 6, 4, 1, 5, 7, 2, 3. Okay. So there's 7. And they told us that there would be 7 letters we can open. 7, yeah, red envelopes we can open, and one of them will never open. So 7 is clearly some kind of, obviously it's always it's a holy number, but also in this game that appears to be the case. We do nursery. Nursery is a tough play for me to take. I'm gonna take the billiard room. Let's do some math. Could have re-rolled, but I like billiard room. I like doing the math puzzles. Hopefully you do as well. Oops. All right. So 17 minus 15 is 2, times 2 is 4. 12 minus 9 is 3, times 10 is 30, divided by 15 is 2. Okay. 10 minus 2 is 8, times 10 is 80, times 1 is 80, divided by 8 is 10. Just making sure I get that correct. There we go. I was not able to use it with my control stick, so I reverted to the D-pad. Okay, we are going to go this way. Courtyard. My personal goat. Courtyard. Please, shovel or sledgehammer. Metal detector. Greater chance of finding keys and coins. Nice. Helps us a lot. Bedroom and commissary let us increase our rank. I'm going to take commissary. I want to see what we have in there. Oh, the metal detector actually goes off when you're getting close to something. Interesting. Key. Oh, we actually buy keys at so the commissary can have keys. That's good to know. Yeah, P. Okay, yeah. With peak, without P. K. So K is for sure the letter there. So commissary is a good way to get 2 of these pictures lined up to tell you what the letter is. I don't know why it's going off like that, because there's nothing in here that I can see. Oh, there's a key right there on the floor. Shows what I know. That's great, though, that it tells you when you have a key as you enter the room. That's awesome. Okay. We are doing well increasing our rank. I'm going to continue doing that. Okay, there's something here. There it is. Okay. I don't know if these 2 are correlated, so I'm not going to look at it. Security would be nice, but we don't have any gems. I think we do bedroom. I want to save my redraw for when I really, really need it. Nothing in here. Okay. Door is locked. I have a special key. Oh, the silver key is for many a room with many doors. That's what it does. I wish I could do pool. I'm doing dining room. We don't have a breaker box to turn on the lights. We have to get to rank 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So one more rank up, and then there'll be a meal in here. See if we can get a rank. I'm going to redraw here. Dang. These do not increase our rank. I am going to take the den, obviously. I had nothing really to think about there, but I still thought about it. Okay, there's something here. There's the coin. Nice. I like that. I like that it's not just there's an increased occurrence. That you still have to you have to find the items. That's cool. I'm gonna do security here. We do not have the key card, so I'm going to turn off key card access, which I believe is the correct thing to do. Put it on low. And then change offline mode to unlocked. Back. Inventory is one trunk. I think we know where the trunk is, but we're not opening it with what we've got here. All right, tag and geez, like coast. Dog tag and coastline. Is that what it is? No, no way. Nah, I don't know about that. Sky and tag. I'm going to think about that one a little more, marinate on that one. I'm not going to sit here and think about it for too long. I have not watched any other playthroughs of this game. I am keeping myself fully. All right, so we are dead now. We can't advance further up. So I'm gonna do the storeroom. I guess we could find a way. Like if we could find a garage, maybe we can come out and then go around. Maybe there's a way to do that. But we're gonna keep going just so we can, potentially find out new stuff with like a rumpus room, maybe. There is a garage. We don't have any gyms. Dang. Should have thought about that. I would take closet if they had given us a closet, but they did not, unfortunately. A compass. Would have been nice. Draw floor plans leading north more frequently. Would have been really nice to get before. Dang. Keep going here. I guess I'll redraw. It's a key right here on the floor. Okay. I mean, I'll take a dark room, whatever. I mean, kind of at the end of our rope here. We do not have a key card. I could go all the way around and get to the entrance hall. I guess I'll do that. All right, I cut to this part just so you guys didn't have to watch all that, but we're going to actually go through here. See if we can find something a little bit better. I guess I'm gonna do hallway. Like breaker box doesn't really matter for us yet. It'd be nice to have, but I'm just not sure. While drafting, you may spend gems to redraw floor plans up to 8 times. That would be nice, but I'm gonna go ahead and take it just so we have it as a new room that we've got. I would assume that you know finding new rooms is helpful. It's another safe here. I don't even know what to even try for the code. I've tried several other codes. Oh, this person is doing the same thing I'm doing. I don't know if it's possible, so little time left, but I need to remember to ask Anne if we can commission new artwork for all the rooms of the house. We need them produced in sets of 2, a pair for each room. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm thinking. I'm likely delusional to think this can be pulled off by Thursday. This is probably a note that what's his name wrote. Herbert wrote. 44 letters in the message. Unused pairings: glove and love, sting and sing, crowd crow, groan grow. So that's NR D T G. But they're all consonants. So we have to find a message. I'm guessing. So F is for sure one of the letters. There's a chess piece with 1 queen on D. I guess I'm going to write down queen on D. I'm definitely going to go back and organize some notes for this before we play next time. Chart and cart. So H. Chart and cart is H. Man, what a game, huh? It's just goes and goes. All right. Gonna move out again here. I did buy 2 gems just now in the commissary. Maybe should have thought about that earlier before we. I don't know how much money we had, but would have been nice to have them before we cut ourselves off from the northern part of the map. All right, I'm gonna do an observatory because I don't know what this does yet. What the stars mean. So we got +1 star. So the fixed stars. Companion to Constellations by Richard Witt. This book contains a complete star base, a list of constellations and the observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one. Depending on the number of stars to be seen in the sky on any given day, very different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one on a single day. This book, a solid base for astronomy, will help you easily identify these constellations, impress your friends, and discover the joy of stargazing. Okay. All right, so +1 gold if we have 1 star, 2 trunks in the entrance hall, +3 stuff. Okay, this might be +1 gem. 5 is rooms with 4 doors are more common today. Apples are delicious. +1 key. 5 gems. Dead end rooms are more common today. Huh. There's some missing too. 13 and 14 are missing. There's a page missing, and then there's 16, 17, 18, 19 is missing too. Yeah, not sure what that means. Rosary and crowbar. I don't know of any of what the letters would be that are missing on that. So I guess if I went... Do you look through here? Wait. This is going back and forth, just... Yeah, it's just going back and forth. Okay. Wait. This is going to be better. Okay. Alright, so I can actually look through it now, I think. Guess not. Try one more time with this. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm gonna come back to that later. I don't quite get what the stars, how the stars work. There's a night here. Um, I couldn't get it to look out there, so we're just gonna chill on that. I guess I'll do gymnasium. Like our out is finding the garage and somehow going north that way, if that's even possible. We need a... Okay. I'm going to do the mailroom, just so we can get an order going. Cool. Okay. That's about the Denny Ravane guy. Wait. So what does the purple do? I don't know what the purple does. Electronic mail. So we need to get the office so we can have more detailed instructions about the breaker box. That's what we need. Tie and tier. So R. Tie and tier is R. R is the letter missing. It's pretty wild. I don't know. I mean, like, I feel like if you're watching along with this, you're gonna have to have your own notes too. I'll do my best to keep you guys updated of what I'm seeing. Got a key refund on that. Got some gems as well. Very nice. We are dead. There is a room. There's a way through the dark room. All right, I'm gonna put in an edit. I'm not gonna go to the dark room. Commissary. I'm gonna buy a banana. A couple bananas. Just gonna go all out on bananas. Rain and grain. So G. All right, we're back here in the dark room. This is a key card door. So we're going to call it a day. And those were 2 very long days. We did learn a lot, I feel. We encountered some new puzzles. Found another safe. An ordinary villa, 26 rooms. I think that might be our personal best. Could not get going north. That was at rank 6. That was the issue. Found the compass too late. But, we're learning more. Found 2 new rooms. We are going to call it there for this episode. But if you like this video, please leave a like. Consider subscribing if you're following along with us. It's quite a doozy of a game. Really enjoying it myself. Let us know what you think in the comments, and we will see you guys tomorrow. See ya.